Back to the channel. It's your main man Steven back again to do Premier League predictions Matchday 21. Kicking things off is Liverpool versus Chelsea, guys. Liverpool versus Chelsea. Liverpool have been poor the last two games. Lost to Brentford 3-1. Lost to Brighton 3-0 at the MX Stadium. Poor results against Brighton and Brentford recently has led Liverpool in a whole lot of mess in ninth position, and it's not looking good for both Liverpool and Chelsea as things stand. Look at the table. Liverpool 9s, Chelsea 10s. It's been poor from both clubs. But in general, as you look at the Chelsea games, they had the easier games. Fulham, Crystal Palace, and Man City can be considered a tougher game. Nottingham Forest should have won that, but in general, this Chelsea side looking bad with the new signings and all that stuff. They're looking bad, bro. Just not looking like the same old Chelsea. Graham Potter might get sacked at the end of the season if things still remain outside of Europa League or Conference League. Chelsea manager should get sacked. It's only my opinion. But my player to watch for Liverpool versus Chelsea will be Fabio Carvalho for Liverpool. And as for Chelsea, I'll go for Hakim Ziyech for Chelsea. And my score prediction will be a 2-1 win for Liverpool. Fabio Carvalho and Cody Gakpo with the goals. I know it's weird goal scorers, but I just want Cody Gakpo to score his first goal for Liverpool. It's a slow start adapting to the Premier League, similar to Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz, so not too surprised there, but I just hope Gakpo gets on the better side of things this time out. And for Chelsea, my goal scorer for Chelsea will be Kai Havertz or Mason Mount, one of them, but most likely Kai Havertz. But yeah, 2-1 win from Liverpool at Anfield is my prediction. Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest. Gary O'Neill is in a whole lot of trouble, a whole lot of mess right about now. Steve Cooper, I'm surprised he didn't get sacked earlier, but they climbed up the table pretty much. Nottingham Forest sitting in 13th, might survive this season. I initially predicted them to go down with Bournemouth and Fulham, but it didn't happen, so my prediction here will be a 2-1 win for Nottingham Forest. Solanke with the goal for Bournemouth. And Brennan Johnson and Taiwo Amwan if he is fit. If not, Emmanuel Dennis to score the goals for Nottingham Forest in the 2-1 win for Forest here. Moving on, we got Leicester versus Brighton. Leicester versus Brighton. Brendan Rodgers not getting sacked is still an interesting choice for me. But De Zerbi, I think is his name. Yeah, Roberto De Zerbi. Yeah, my bad about his name. Is doing brilliant wonders at Brighton. The last two games they've been doing amazingly. 4-win against Everton, 3-0 against Liverpool, and a well-fought loss against Arsenal. But in general, this Brighton team looked better under the Derby, and I just think they will win this game. 3-1 for Brighton. The goal scorer for Leicester will be, I don't know if James Maddison fit for this game, but I'll go for Jamie Vardy. And for Brighton, I'll go for McAllister. Solomon Marsh, who delivered last game. I predict him to score again. And Danny Welbeck to score again. 3-1 for Brighton here. Southampton versus Aston Villa. Oh my goodness. Nathan Jones struggling with Southampton, but got the back-to-back wins for a very long time. But Aston Villa under Unai Emery is looking like a whole different animal, and they're looking very, very strong. My prediction is a 2-1 win for Aston Villa here. Leon Bailey to get on the score sheet, and Brandia yet again to get on the score sheet. And for Southampton, James Ward-Prowse on the score sheet is my prediction. And my player to watch for Aston Villa game will be Leon Bailey, and for Southampton, James Ward-Prowse. Moving on, West Ham versus Everton, both in the relegation dogfight down there. I can't believe neither Lampard or David Moyes is not sacked. But in my opinion, West Ham should win this game. West Ham to win this game, 2-1. Nanto with the goal. Lucas Paqueta with the goal. Everton, I'll go with Demarai Gray with the goal. Anthony Gordon maybe to get assist. Anthony Gordon should play more for Everton. I don't know why they're not playing him more, but he's a quality player returning from injury. But yeah, my player to watch will be Lucas Paqueta and Demarai Gray. Moving on, Crystal Palace versus Newcastle United. A struggling Crystal Palace under Patrick Vieira. A match to face Newcastle United just came at the wrong time for Palace, and they're going to struggle. It's going to be a 3-1 win for Newcastle United here. I think for Palace, who's going to score, it has to be Eze or Olise. One of them will score. And Newcastle United, I think Callum Wilson will score. Unlucky in the last game not to score. St. Maximin should get back on the score sheet. Unlucky in the last game not to score as well. And Alexander Isak, back-to-back goals in my opinion. My player to watch will be Alex St. Maximin and Eze in this one. Leeds versus Brentford, guys. Leeds versus Brentford. Oh man, Leeds looking very bad, I think. Leeds not looking good. Lost to Villa. Draw to West Ham, a game that Leeds should have won, I think. Leeds, I think, should have won that game. Were they 2-0 ahead? If I didn't recall. No, they were 1-0 ahead, and then two quick fire goals from Lucas Paqueta penalty and Scamacca, but oh man, Leeds looking bad under Jesse Marsh right about now, and Bradford are flying, trying to book the Europa League spot or Conference League spot. Good luck to Bradford. And I think the Bees will sting Leeds. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, this one, however. I go for a 3-2 to Brentford. Leeds, Rodrigo goal and Nanto goal. And my prediction for Brentford, Ivan Toney, Wissa, and Mabuamo goal. 3-2 in favor of Brentford. And Thomas Frank's team just keep going forward. My players to watch will be Nanto and Ivan Toney, guys. So yeah. Manchester City versus Wolves. It should be an easy City win. I hate to say this as a Liverpool fan, but City needs to bounce back, especially after the loss against... Especially after the loss against Manchester United and the Manchester Derby. Some City fans might think they're robbed, but they robbed Arsenal last season, so that's what they get this season. But yeah, so in general, Manchester City to Wolves no is my prediction. Arsenal versus Manchester United, guys. Arsenal versus Manchester United at the Emirates. This will be a good game to watch. I'm definitely tuning into this game. And my prediction is a 3-2 win for Arsenal, guys. 3-2 win. Gabriel Martinelli, Saka, and Odegaard in this one. And my prediction for Manchester United, Rashford to get on the score sheet. And Casemiro to score 3-2 in favor of Arsenal, and that brings them points ahead of City yet again. Fulham versus Tottenham. Fulham in good form. Unlucky to lose to Newcastle in the controversial penalty mess up from Mitrovic there. But in general, I think Fulham should steal the points from Tottenham here. 2-2 draw. Mitrovic with a brace, in my opinion. Bouncing back from a disappointment at Newcastle. And I just think Mitrovic brace, Son Heung-min, and Kulusevski with the goals for Tottenham. My player to watch will be Mitrovic and Son Heung-min. And my player to watch in the Arsenal United game, Rashford and Odegaard is my pick. So yeah, that's the Premier League predictions. But before we go on, today there's matches. There's matches today. Crystal Palace versus United, Matchday 7. I think this is a postponed game, but Crystal Palace to lose 2-1 to United. Eze to score or Olacey, but Rashford and I'll go Rashford and Eriksen in this one. 2-1 to Manchester United today. I'll just do that prediction right now. Oh, I did. Okay. And tomorrow, guys, Manchester City versus Tottenham. I really wanted to watch the Villarreal-Real Madrid game. But maybe I'll watch both games, City and Villarreal game at the same time. But in general, I think Manchester City will draw the game. 1-1. Haaland goal. Son Heung-min with the goal. 1-1 draw for Manchester City, which boosts Arsenal's chance to win the league. So, is there anything on Friday? Let me see. The Bayern game on Friday. Okay, I'm definitely watching the Bayern Leipzig game, guys. But yeah, in general, definitely a good title race in the Premier League right now. And I do think it's going to be interesting. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Share the video. Notification bell on. On the road to 50. Peace out, guys. Steve Squad signing out.